Good morning and welcome again to The Wolf That Dwells with the Lamb. I wanted to share a few thoughts this morning. I'm here and I am on the outskirts. I'm on the outskirts of New York City. And recently, for the first time in my life, I passed through Atlanta and now New York, and I have never seen or been in huge cities like these. But one thing I can see the wickedness that is in these cities. Like even here in New York, you can feel the atmosphere of evil. And even in this hotel, the things you hear when just passing the rooms, the conversations you hear, the music you hear, the profanity and vain things, they vex your spirit. They vex your soul, just like righteous Lot was vexed in Sodom and Gomorrah. And I realized in Genesis chapter 6, verse 5, the reason why God destroyed the world with a flood was because the thoughts and the imaginations of the heart of man was only evil continually. And the only reason why God spares these great cities, the only reason why destruction does not come in these cities is because God still has a righteous few in these cities that are preserving these cities. But if God is going to take these righteous few out of the cities, nothing is hindering destruction and the judgments of God to fall on these cities. Anciently, in the days of Noah, God built an ark to preserve the righteous people that remain on the earth. With Sodom and Gomorrah, God could not destroy Sodom and Gomorrah until Lot had come out of Sodom and Gomorrah. Likewise, the only reason why these cities are still here is because God still has a righteous few. But when God takes the righteous few out of the cities, the judgments of God are going to fall on these cities. And one thing I realized, that even though these places are wicked, the wickedness that goes on here and is different from in Africa. In Africa, you have outward demons manifest themselves through people outwardly and much more plainly and boldly than here in America. Even though you have even worse evils here in America than in Africa. But the demons here in America, they seem to be much more hidden. They don't manifest themselves as they do in Africa. Like in Africa, you have open witch doctors. Now you might have that here in America, but you don't have that as openly here. You have them, but they are much more hidden. They're much more hidden. They call them different things so that people don't know who they really are behind the scenes. And I got to thinking as to why is it so? Why are demons, or why is demonic and supernatural power far more manifested in Africa than in America or first world countries? And the reason is actually quite evident. In Africa and third world countries where the people are stricken with poverty, up to 98% of the population believes in God, or they believes there is a God. They believe in a supernatural power. So they already believe it. So Satan is not afraid to manifest himself in a supernatural way in these places. However, here in America, to a large extent, you have atheism taking root here in America. People are fast coming to a place where they deny the existence of God. And the reason is because they desire and they love evil. And they do not like the thought that there is a God, because if there is a God, then they must give account. They must acknowledge that there is a God up in heaven who watches them, and they have to give an account for their wicked deeds. And people do not like that thought. So as a result, atheism is taking root, especially here in America. And the reason why in third world countries the supernatural power is much more outwardly manifested, not here in America, is because Satan wants atheism to take root, especially in the first world countries. And if he would manifest himself in a supernatural way, this would destroy atheism, because then it would be evident that there is a supernatural power at work. And there's a controversy between good and evil. It would make it evident if he manifests himself. So here in America and in first world countries, Satan is much more hidden. He is still there just as much and even more than in Africa and third world countries where it's openly manifested, where the supernatural power is openly manifested. He is still here. Only Satan is creeping in through the video games. He's creeping in through the music and through different things here in America. And it's much more subtle, much more hidden. and harder to detect that it is him here in America than in third world countries. And the reason is because he is seeking to establish and to spread atheism here in America. I just find it interesting, and that is the reason why you don't see the supernatural power manifested in America than in Africa. I just find it interesting, so I just thought I would share those thoughts. And may you be sure that you are not entertaining demons unawares, because the demons here in America, they are hidden, and a lot of people, they are entertaining demons and demonic forces not knowing what they are doing because they are hidden. So ask the Lord to give you a spirit of discernment to detect the demons that are hidden here in America.